Okay, so like 2 people asked for edit tutorials. So, that's what I'm doing. I just picked, random photos, but yeah. So first in CapCut, it has that little thing at the end for some reason, which I delete because I don't need that. So first what I do is I adjust the sides if I need to, which I'm not going to right now because I don't need to, but I would do 3, 4, or 1, 1, or the Instagram one, the 1, 1 on Instagram, because those 2 fit into shorts unless I'm making a longer one. So I would resize them to make sure they fit, so the black isn't showing. And then I would go to overlay. Ignore my photos, guys. Go to overlay. I have this saved, but you can just search up white. And then you put type, so it wouldn't show you. You gotta press it twice. It's really weird. Whoa. Okay, I don't know about that. But just find a white thing, and yeah. I split them where the clips meet, I think. And do that. And then I press splice and then overlay. Then I lower to how I need to. And then I go to fade out and I make it as long as possible. It starts fading out as early as possible. So it looks like that. And then you just do them for all the overlays. Okay, now we have that step done, and then I add another overlay. Add another overlay, which I just found on Pinterest. Let me find it here. I just put that on there, and then press splice, and then again overlay. So it looks super cool, and then I don't do anything with like the fade in or out, right? Not that with that overlay. So it looks cool. I forgot something. I usually add my audio at the beginning before I start anything, but I'm just gonna pick a random one. Something non-copyrighted. Okay, let's pretend I added my audio. Typically, I match my clips to that. Okay, next, I do something that's not very fun. So what I do, go to effects, video effects, opaque blur. Opaque blur. You can put it for how long as you want, but just make sure it's not longer than each clip. And then you press all videos. Add a keyframe. In the beginning, make it 100. Add a keyframe in the middle. Make the blur 35. And keep the rotate 100. And then make blur 0 at the end. And then you need to duplicate it 4 times, and then bring the 4th one over to the next clip, and then do that. And then the last one, obviously you only need to duplicate it 2 times, so it's only 3, and then it should look like this. Okay, perfect. Next, I do keyframes in and graphs. I usually just call these zooms, but so you press the keyframe button, which is the triangle button. Then you can make another one. Well, and then you zoom in. Well, you can do whatever. And then I press flow too, because like it's nice. But to make it like zoom out, before you like do anything, before you zoom in, you put one at the end, and then then zoom in at the beginning. Why does it kind of look like I'm making a thirst trap? To make it go to the side or up or down, you just need to zoom in, go to the side or direction you want it to start at, press the keyframe, and then go to the other side and press the keyframe, and then change the graphs. And then this is how it looks. Yeah, I do text. We don't have any sound because I don't want to be copyrighted, but usually I would sound and I would match it up with that usually. I like putting quotes. You can use these regular fonts, but I have been using the fonts that I've imported from DaFont. I'll see if I can put the link in the description if you want to download some from there. We're going to just use the Greek one because that's unpopular. I'm just going to say epic thirst trap because does that even spell thirst? I'm sorry. And then I do this. I press the this one so it shows. And then for animations, I can make it how small, how big I want. For animations, I would press blur. And then yeah, we're just gonna put it throughout the clip, but you know, you can shorten it, you can do whatever. Also text behind. I did not. Okay, so what you can do is but like you put the text in. I typically make it colored so it stands out. So then I make it as big as I want to. And make it last however long I want it to. And then you press layers. Yeah. And then sometimes I like to make the background, like zoom, the background text like zoom in or become bigger or something. So I'll do that. I'll do keyframes on the text. And then should look like this. Yeah. Next, for more effects, because I use a lot of those, I use Crumbler. Make it last throughout the entire edit. For the blur, for the chrome, I usually do like 55. For the blur, I like to do like 9. I don't know. Somewhere between like 15 and 5. But you can edit however you want to. I export it. And then I get the video. Delete this at the end again. Which depends. Like when I do ships, I usually do like pink. Or when the video vibe is just like pink. But I'll do like any of these. So since we're doing a thirst trap now, I'm thinking red. So I'll just search red. See, super nice, super nice. And then usually I don't have it this strong, but just because I can, I'm gonna adjust it. Usually I don't have it this high, but I don't know. And then that, which I don't like how the text looks now, but that's a-okay. For more effects, because we use a lot of effects, I use noise too. And you can adjust at the speed you want, but sometimes I don't use the noise, but most of the time I do. Especially for against, I will always use the noise for against. It's just so nice. And then back to video effects. Then I use mini zoom. Both of it will be 5 because I'd rather have it subtle. Yay. Effects. Video effects again. We do a rebound swing, which I adjust however I want it to. Like this, I probably won't even adjust because I like how it looks. But sometimes I might adjust it. And I do play pendulum, and then okay, so I adjust intensity to 10, and then I adjusted twist to 40, and everything else stays the same. And then put it all on my video. My watermark, which is just my channel name in that font, and then I lower the opacity and then make it smaller and then put it across the clip. And that is my edit tutorial. Of course, sometimes I don't do things, sometimes I do, really depends, but yeah, this is it.